Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Last time, we started up on the very basics of Ars Nouveau, and right now we have a very basic little firebolt spell. It does like 4.5 hearts and then sets something on fire. It's pretty good. And we just have the table over there. We're going to be continuing on with this today. And I think that was basically it. We were basically going over the basics of this spell, learned a couple of glyphs. Literally the farthest that we've ever gotten with this mod. Or I've literally only made one spell and we're holding it. But anyways, I was just on between episodes doing a little bit of farming, setting up food we can actually use. When this thing spawned, this is the first time we're going to see one of the higher level rarities for the Apotheonic bosses. So this is, I'm assuming, rare based on the color. Madam EvilCraft the Magical. That's a lot of armor. It's wearing full diamond, has 64 health. It's a rare Apothic boss. Yeah, that's expected. That's what I was figured. So, especially where it's in the water, we can just handle it like this. And in fact, just get the swords involved. Oh yes, we did fight a boss using the swords last time. We dealt with a bunch of extra mobs that were just in the way while the swords just did this. Go in, rapier. Oh, of course a rapier is going to be really good for this. Like, it's a well-armored monster, so of course the weapon that's capable of going through armor the best is just going to take care of the problem. So, that worked pretty well. That's enchanted diamond armor. Madam Imwolfrost to the Magical's fireproof jewel cap of the Defender, and just a pair of regular diamond leggings. I thought that was a phantom for a second, it's just our swords. Burning time, submerged mining speed, oh, that all looks really good. 3-3. I mean, yeah, it's probably just an upgrade, so let's just go with that. Cool. I did beat one other random boss between episodes for this pair of boots. 2 armor, 14 speed. It's okay. It's a good pair of boots, but I'm not sure if it's better than what we've got rocking. Anyways, I have potatoes growing. I have a little wheat field. Some other random things. They're just still being, like, layered out. I'm currently only growing things that I know can be used for other purposes. So Pam's stuff is getting some plots. This plot is weird. Hold on. For now that'll do, but eventually I'll just give it one more little spot. Alfalfa. Did I accidentally grab some? Yes, I did. So that can just go like that. And everything else, I'm just slowly, I'm slowly moving things out. I have a little field separated for the fluffy plants and a little field separated for industrial hemp, because I know that stuff's going to have a lot of uses later on. But anyways, today, hello there, friend. Are our swords just going to handle it? I think we actually need to grab the aggro for them. But what are we doing as far as ours goes today? Because I don't actually know. I know we're continuing on with this tree, but what this actually entails, I have no idea. Where is it? Mount Mystical. Oh yes, I had to move some of the... I had to move the amethyst slime and slime seeds. I have to replant these. So, I stone seeds. Still no extra seeds. Do I have to go a tier up? Like, does a tier 1 plant need a tier 2 soil in order to get extras? I'm actually not sure, and I can't highlight the block itself right now. Tier 1, tier 4. If I were to do this... Okay, I wasn't sure if Skystone was even going to be capable of growing on Inferium. But now that I'm growing Inferium on a tier 4, Inferium outputs 250%. Okay. Let's try this as well. Skystone on tier 3 farmland doesn't get anything. But if I put iron is also tier 3, again, doesn't get anything. But if I grab this Inferium seed right here, 200. Okay, so that's really good to know. I wasn't quite sure about this. We haven't gotten any extra seeds yet, but I do apparently want to plant everything on the highest possible soil. Like all this Inferium farmland, this is probably basically pointless at this point. You can't pick it back up. Oh, that is sad. Um, hmm. Maybe if I had used Silk Touch, it might have worked, but I don't know. Um, what is... I think we can make tertium right now. We have a block of tertium, right? Yeah. So if I were to just go like this, and then I can get 2 more, or that makes a whole bunch of prudentium too. I don't have my... Oh, I do. Hold on. So let's just go like this. This will be 2 more tier 3 spots. And most of our plants right now are only tier 2. So there's 3 that need replanting. 4, 5. And as it stands, we have 1 spot there, but it's only tier 1. So, tier 3. Yeah. I can make more of this. I probably should. Oh, where's my extra dirt? There it is. That's using up a lot of our inferium, but probably a good use for this. 1, 2. Dupe. Dupe. And dupe. And as much as I can is going to be put on this. So amethyst is now... Interesting. The inferium gets an output boost, but not the, but nothing else. Interesting. That's strange. Again, same with slime, iron, and skystone. And was that it? I don't think I have any extra seeds. But now that we have inferium on a higher tier thing, it might get some extra output, which would be nice. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe you need like a very high inferium percentage output. And that's how you get extra seeds, and maybe nothing else is capable of it? I have no idea. I'm still more or less blind on how that works. So, well, I guess we'll see. Anyways, as we were about to do, let's actually take a look at what comes next as far as Ars goes, shall we? Or, let's do that first. Anyways, Ars Nouveau. The next step is going to be, if I can find it, I keep having to scroll down here. Ars Nouveau. Anyways, we can make the dowsing rod, which will make finding amethyst easier, and magic creatures as well. How do we upgrade our spellbook? We need quartz and blaze rods, so that's a trip to the nether. The imbuement chamber, I think, is up next. So to create one of the main crafting items in Ars, the source gem, you'll need to make an imbuement chamber. The imbuement chamber requires source to imbue items. It produces a small amount of source by itself. We can also use source jars as a power source. Several recipes also require arcane pedestals to be placed around it as well. So the imbuement chamber is 6 archwood planks and 2 gold. I think we still have plenty of that left. It's just, where did I put it? Here it is. There's that, and 2 gold. Oh yeah, we did get some random quartz. So we could upgrade our spellbook right now if we just had a little bit of, a couple blaze rods. Also place down this cute little bumblebee who's just going to... Is it actually going to pollinate and make the plants grow faster? I mean, it feels like it should, but I have no idea. Also, as Trafalgar pointed out, we should make a Geos scroll and use it on the bees. Because the whole point of the Geos scroll is you put it on something, and it makes it so that you won't be able to hurt it. But it does give you extra stuff for Mahusukai. How do I make a Geos scroll again? Oh wait, no, I can't just do that. For some reason I was thinking it was an actual crafting recipe and not like the other, unlike some of the other Mahusukai stuff. Where did it go? It's not in home. Oh, there you are. Anyways, was it listening to me? How did you know that? Anyways, gold, iron, and emerald powder. I think we can probably make that right now, and honestly, you probably should start up with Mahu sooner rather than later. So, gold, iron, emerald. We just need to make the Mahu knife. Mahu. Dagger. Oh yeah, it needs pure pearl dye. I'm gonna have to go grab that. Let's make the imbuement chamber and then we'll deal with that, because we can wait. Anyways, the imbuement chamber is here, imbued, and that's just simple enough, gets us our next quest finished up. With that, a couple archwood. Arc or arch, it could go either way. Anyways, we have source gems at home. To create source gems, we'll need to put either lapis or amethyst shards into the imbuement chamber. Over time, these will convert to source gems. Okay, we're probably going to be using lapis for that. That's just a lot easier, or a lot cheaper rather. Bunch of extra source gems and some experience. And we got a source jar for free last time. In Ars Nouveau, the power system for machines is called source. To start collecting some source, we'll need a source jar. Source can also be moved with buckets or by breaking and picking up source jars. Okay, we'll get a free one. We get a source berry roll and some experience. Cool. So what do? Oh, there's a bunch of extra bees over here. I didn't realize. The source jar, 0% full. Oh, sword. That's really. There we go. So we're just gonna place down the imbuement chamber, and let's just go ahead and make a source gem or two, just because we can. We don't need it. We have a bunch right now, but crafting source gem. Add source nearby to increase craft speed. I'm assuming it's going to go up to 100, and that's going to act as a percentage. How exactly do we fill a source jar? Crafting source. Source jar. Source jars. Oh, I guess that's how you make it. We didn't actually make it. Source jars store source gathered from nearby source links. Source is used in rituals and automation by powering devices like the imbuement chamber and enchanting apparatus. Source may be used using a source relay or by breaking and moving it. Devices will use source from nearby jars. Okay, so we need a source link in order to add it to this. So, agronomic and volcanic source links. I'm assuming if there's lava nearby, this will create source. Create source by generating burnable items. Archwood logs get extra stuff. Blazing archwood generates the most. It produces heat, converting stone into magma blocks and then lava. The volcanic source link automatically outputs to nearby jars, starting with the one closest to it. Okay. So, that's actually pretty simple to make. It's a bucket of lava and some gold and source gems. And essentially it will generate lava over time. So, you could just make... make one of these. It helps create extra source gems and can create more lava. So basically it's self-renewing minus the gold. But let's take a look at the agronomic one, shall we? The agronomic source link generates source from crop and tree growth within 15 blocks. Bonus sources generated from magical plants such as mage blooms, sourceberry bushes, and archwood saplings. Okay, so if we plant some archwood saplings, we'll just get extra stuff. Nearby jar automatically. Bone mealing crops will not grant source. Okay, so we're literally right next to a farm. So if we make a couple of these and some source jars over there, that should be pretty easy. Oh, the first one's done. Might as well start a second. That's actually pretty quick. I wasn't sure how long that was going to take. So, like so. Get you started. And I do have a single cascading archwood sapling, so that can go there. Oops. These silly swords. I'm gonna assume that that just can't grow in the overworld. So if we put that there, and we grab a piece of hay, which is right here, 2 gold, 2 of those things, and like so, and so, gets us an agronomic source link. Actually, I should place it here instead. So there's that. This source gem needs to be within, this source jar rather, needs to be within 5 blocks. And I guess we'll move over this as well. So clear out some of those flowers real quick. And I just need to avoid bone mealing, basically, for this to work. So that should be good. And honestly, I can just place both here for now. Aha, and you can see that this one's the first one it attached to, I'm assuming because it's placed first. So whenever things grow in this area, especially magical things, it should start producing source that we can use to speed up and power up rituals and stuff. So probably a good excuse to actually finish out this this farm a little bit better. And I'll just go in and fix it better later on, but for now I just need to get a whole bunch of plants in place. I'll reorganize into proper plots between episodes. So, just a bunch of stuff here. And eventually, useful flora. What was that about? Discover the plants of the overworld. What does that mean? Flax, wasabi. Yeah, I just have no idea what that achievement is actually talking about. Soy seeds. I already have a bunch of cabbages, but we'll just grow more, because why not? Hemp doesn't go here. More cabbages. Oh, wait, no. Different cabbages. You can't just plant those ones. I think that's good for now. I'll take care of the rest in a little bit. Oh, wait, no. We did get some flax flowers. What are you used for? Oh, it can make blue dye. That's cool. Oh, and you have no other uses? Sure. And this will probably do for now. So the farm is actually up and growing with useful food, and we now have some magical stuff. Oh, 4%. I guess something already grew and provided energy. So, ooh, and it looks like this is still close enough. I wasn't sure if it was going to be or not. So, there we go. Farming, yay, magic, hurrah. Anyways, I need to deal with some inventory junk. My inventory is completely full at this point. Okay, I didn't actually have much inventory stuff I could take care of right now. I'll have to actually head home and deal with that eventually. Anyways, what's up next as far as ours goes? We got that, so we get a free source jar. That's cool. We'll just place that over with the other ones. Maybe I should make a couple of these. They'll probably speed things up a bit. So, again, I'm just going to place them like this. 2, 2, 3. I knew I placed that wrong. So like that. Our little bee friend is just hanging out. I'll make the Geoff scroll in a moment. Anyways, up next, mycelium source link. I didn't see that one in on the options. Source berries produce more source than other sources. This will convert grass or dirt into mycelium in a 3x3 area around it. We'll also grow mushrooms around it if the space is empty. Okay. So this provides energy from plants growing, but doesn't do anything extra. This one burns things and then creates lava. Oh, this also generates lava lilies. Okay, that could be cool. Vitalic source link generates source from death and life, basically. Um, Potion jars store up to 100 potions. You can remove them using the empty bottle or a potion flask. Wixies will use these jars during potion auto-crafting. Okay. So, not 100% sure on what, that's. Mycelium. Let's actually look at that one. The mycelium thing. Search mycelial source link. Generate a moderate amount of source from nearby food, generating more for nourishing food. Dirt grass. Okay, so you put food near this thing and it will turn it into source, and then it will grow mushrooms in return, I guess. Sure. I don't know entirely how that one's gonna work. I think this will do for now until we need a bunch more source for something. Anyways, from here, Source Stone, formerly Arcane Stones. With Source Gems, you can get started crafting the various machines by creating Source Stones. Okay, so there are different types of them. Basket weaving, Source Stone, and then they can get turned back into normal. But how do we make these, the basic ones? Okay, it looks like any stone, as long as it's not cobble, surrounding a source stone will get you a batch of them. I think I have a bunch of free actual stones somewheres, but I think it's at home. So let's just take the the Silk Touch book and go break some. Actually, hold on, building tips. I think I left... I had left that one unattained, so we could just do that for free. Cool. So this surrounding this gets a source stone. Cool. There's another quest completed. Back to ours we go. I wish it wasn't so far down. Maybe I should just close all of the tabs we're not using. That would make it a little bit easier to find things. But experience and another source berry pie. Anyways, from here comes the arcane pedestals. Arcane pedestals are needed for the ritual brazier and crafting items with an enchanting apparatus. Go ahead and make yourself 8 of them. Okay, so these pedestals, I think were part... Yeah, this thing was talking about them. So we can use these things with the imbuement chamber and various other tools in order to make rituals to make things. Interesting. This doesn't actually tell you how to make, like, the manipulation essence or whatever that you need for various things. But I'm assuming, based on this, that it's a ritual thing, like the other ones, where you just put, like, a source gem in the middle imbuement chamber and then 3 pedestals with that stuff. I'm gonna assume that's how this works. And I guess we'll find out if I'm wrong later on. Anyways, 4 gold nuggets, a source gem, and 4, 4 source stone each. Blah, words are hard. Okay, so I'm going to need a few more source gems, because right now I have 4, and I'm going to need 8, because it's 1 per, so... Doop. Maybe I should just make 8. I can't do them all at once, can I? No, it's 1 per. Okay, so that's just going to take a little bit. I'll probably see you when all of these are run through. Hmm. I wish this area would actually stay loaded in when I leave. I would actually head back home, dump some stuff, and grab what we need to start up. And grab some other stuff while I was over there. Mainly the stuff we need for the kiosks. Still no extra seeds from the iron, but maybe the inferium will be different. Anyways, I'll just see you once I've run this through a couple of times, I think. Obviously, I'm going to need a bunch more source gems. I kind of forgot that I just carry everything I need on me to start up Mahu at every time. Plus, I already have just flowers and flax flowers here that turn into blue dye, so I totally could have just done this immediately. So we might as well do it. Anyways, there's that, 2 of these, and 2 gold. And this should get us the Mahu dagger. And then from here, just need to grab out a couple pieces of light gray wool, which again, I just carry around me at all times. This gets this. Is it 2? Hmm? Was it changed to only be white wool? I thought it used to be any type of wool would work, but maybe I'm either misremembering or they've changed it. Anyways, I also need to find the right key. I should have double-checked controls beforehand. This is always just a complete and total mess. Like, Mahu Sukai. It's currently on M, which is, I don't think, attached to anything important, so... Oh, it's attached to something important. 1 second. Okay, now it's attached to nothing. There we go. So now we started Mahu, and there's another one of these through. That's 8, but I do need extra ones for source gems too, for source stone. Anyways, Mahu Circle, I just need to go ahead and make the mortar and pestle, because making anything but the diamond one is kind of a waste. We have just enough diamonds to do it, basically, and we're going to need it. So there's that, and that just needs 2 bricks, and I don't have any clay on me. Thankfully, there's a clay patch right down here, and I always... Wait, was there not a clay patch? I thought there was. Maybe I was thinking of that gravel. Aha, no, there is clay. Hello there, I'm just going to take you. So, the Dame Dave has woken up. Where? Oh, there you are. Might as well go deal with it. Don't really have open inventory right now, but that's fine. We'll deal with it later. Hello, Dame Dave. Time to come beat you up for your rewards. Although I think it's just going to be some, like, basic armor again. You have more health than the other ones, but you're uncommon again instead of rare? I don't know. I guess your gear is worse, but you have more health. That's an interesting one. Thank you. Thank you, magical swords. Oh, I got a sword from that. Oh, it was a husk. I didn't even realize that. I have no idea what sort of gear we got. Like a busted up thing. It's an okay sword. It's nothing super cool. Oh yeah, I should totally light this place up, because now I've got zombies swarming it. Also, what is that on the map? There's something over here that I don't recognize the picture for. I also... I see it on the map. There's definitely something there. But I don't see it yet in person. I don't care about you for a moment. I want to go check out that. Oh, it's like that's a beach creeper. That's the first time we get close enough to see its name, but I've definitely seen them in the wild before. And we're totally getting swarmed. Swords, it would be nice if you would help out, please. No? Okay. Also, something dropped, and I have no idea what it is. Are we good? Chipped Gem of the Warlord. Okay. Really need to figure out how these things work, because that sounds cool. Anyways, all of you can go in there. Anyways, now that we have clay, I just need to pull out the furnace and get it smelting, and work on a couple more gemstones in the meantime. So I'll see you once this is run through real quick. Okay, so there's the mortar and the pestle, and put them together, and what do you get? A mortar and pestle, of course. Ignore me. Anyways, I probably should look at what we are going to get out of Mahu for all that. So, we got the circle. Oh, we didn't need to make the compendium, we got one for free. Mortar and Pestle's a couple of free Eyes of Ender, that's pretty cool. Okay, if we make an attuner, it will give us a diamond to turn it into a spell gem, so that's pretty cool. Spells on the go, just some free spell cloths. Okay, it wants us to get different powders, and it'll give us things we need, or teach us how to do certain things, like the boundary of life drain and whatnot, some good stuff. Okay, so it does teach us some of the recipes at least, and tells us, oh, you should do this, oh, you should do this, and so on. It doesn't teach us everything, though. But free powdered emerald, don't need to make that. Our consolidation. Okay, so it's basically trying to teach us like the important things we need for Caliburn and Morgan, how to get extra, and some of the various weapons, but other spells are for us to explore. Okay, good to know what's in there. Anyways, we're here for the power Gios. So we need gold and we need iron. For a second I thought it was quartz and I was gonna say that's a little bit harder. So single piece of iron, single piece of gold. These get ground up in here. Dupe and dupe. And I should probably actually make two of these. Dupe, dupe, and dupe. It does actually look different in this version. It used to be like a little pile, but now we get to like these three overlaid circles. And we now have a scroll of Gios. Oh, and we actually get this cool reticle. Of course I timed this as the bumblebees going into the little hive, so I can't actually use it. Of course that's how it happened. I mean, I already can't attack the summoned weapons, so putting a Gios on them wouldn't change anything. It would just be extra regen. But I do want to put this on the bee specifically, because that's why we made it. And I'm specifically don't want to hurt that thing. That's the wrong button. And let's just go ahead and make a second one. Also, does this thing actually say how much it regens? And I suppose I should go over how we can break a Gios if we decide we want to go hunting bees for some reason. That's literally never going to happen, but technically it would be possible. These are self-imposed taboos. By placing a Gios on oneself, you can prevent yourself from doing some undesirable things. For example, using it on a player will prevent you from harming that player. Using it on a sheep will prevent you from harming any sheep. Burning a Gios scroll will remove all Giosa. Using it on a named sheep will prevent you from harming that specific sheep. Lastly, using it on a dropped item will prevent you from picking up that item. Use it without a target to see your current Giosa. It costs 30 to start one, and removing them, and having many targets having many Giosa targeting unnamed mobs will generate mana. Okay, so as soon as that bee pops back up, we're gonna place it on it. But there is a different bee's nest here. Ah, a normal bee. Like you are just like a hive bee. So we can now no longer target bee. Also, just checking our Giosa actually gets rid of our Mahu too. So we can never hurt another basic bee. Like you are just called bee, right? Is this going to work? This is classified as a bee. This is technically a different entity, but I think it's stored in the MBT data, not the, like, whatever the word for it would be. Like, is this still type Minecraft equals B, except just MBT data to switch it over? If that's the case, this might not work. But if it is actually considered a bumblebee as its own mob type, this should work just fine. I don't know. I need to wait for this thing to actually come out so we can test it. Anyways, we can actually go ahead and do the arcane pedestals now. So, what was the recipe again? It was... Aha, there you are, my bumblebee friend. Okay, you are considered a bumblebee. You're solitary. Where's my Gyasa? Here it is. Gyos scroll. Gyos added to bumblebee. So, there we go. We can now no longer hurt this bumblebee, even if it was, like, hitting something there and we were doing a sweep effect. I think it would also still just be fine. So, that's both good so I don't hurt it, and we now get extra Mahu regen, which is extra nice. Like, I wanna... Does it give an extra one every time we do our basic regen? I think it might. I'm not 100% sure on that one. So, that's just a good start to Mahu. Let's get back to ours, and we need to double check the... Do that. You can actually double click that to highlight things in your inventory that belong to it too. Anyways, where are the pedestals? Let's just look up pedestals rather than scrolling through the 5 pages or whatever. Pedestal. There is so many pedestals. This one. This one. 4 source stone, 4 gold nuggets, and the source gem. Cool. No recipe found. If pedestals are nearby, go, whatever. Do I still have the source gem? Oh, I still have it on me. I meant to open this one for the nuggets. That's what I was doing. Anyways, I have already forgotten what... I know that's wrong. Do that. Ooh, we can make 2 right now. This gets us another 2. And now I need to go get some more stone, which I might have another thing saved up for you. I don't remember. Skeleton's going to get us something if we activate it. Building block is saplings. That is a chisel. Looks like there's not any more saved in here. I'm gonna actually have to head underground and use this book for it. So let me go cave diving real quick. That didn't take too long. I apparently missed that little thing right there leading down to a little stone cavern to grab from. Anyways, with that, 2 more of these. 1, 2, and I guess I made 1 extra source stone. And 2 more of... Ah, so I need 3 more, a little bit more gold, it looks like. That should be enough if I had to guess. So just go ahead and do that. Plenty of extra gold, and there we have it. The quest completed for the arcane pedestals. Not Mahu, entirely different mod. Which is down here. Really should take care of things I'm not using. So are needed for the ritual brazier and crafting items on the enchanting apparatus. So there's that. So another free source jar, that's probably pretty good. But the enchanting apparatus goes up here, and the ritual brazier goes down here. It's used to cast rituals. It can also be used for decoration. If you want to light the brazier, use a light spell on it. Okay. To perform rituals, you'll need arcane pedestals as well. As there are so many rituals to cast, make sure to check out each of them using the Worn Notebook. This can be done by holding control on the ritual table while the book is in your inventory. Okay, so this thing, a source gem block, an arcane pedestal, and a bunch of gold, so gonna have to run more lapis through. And then we have the tablets of various things. A tablet used for rituals, consumed on use. Destroys nearby mobs and converts them into experience gems worth twice as much experience. Monsters destroyed this way will not drop items. The ritual consumes source each time a monster is destroyed. Okay, so that's something we're actually going to have to read up on in here, I think. Can I just go to items, familiars, rituals? Performing a ritual requires a ritual brazier and a tablet. Once you have obtained a tablet and brazier, place your brazier in the world and use a tablet on it. The brazier will ignite and is awaiting activation. In this state, you may throw in any additional items as a way to augment the ritual. If you wish to augment a ritual, simply toss the item on top of the brazier. Interact with an empty hand. It can no longer be augmented and has been consumed permanently. If it requires source, the brazier will pull from source jars. And then it teaches you more about it. So, if we make a tablet of sunrise, that's the time today. Okay. So, we could just make a magical thing, and for an amount of source, the ritual will just make it day and we won't have to sleep through the night. Okay. So, where's the full list of these? Arcane permanence. There's nothing there. Attraction. Act as a magnet for entities. Okay, so this will draw things near it. Awakening. Maybe it's going to be better to look at Ars and just go from here. Ars. Okay, glyphs. Locate a nearby structure based on the augments. Locate structure. Force load surrounding chunks when supplied with source. Oh, we can't make it, but that would actually be pretty nice. Have this area act as like a chunk loaded and whatnot, so that all of our magical stuff will just happen while we're away. Is one of those, dang it, why is all the Inferium on the tier 3 stuff is being slow to grow right now? But I wanted to test this and it's just not happening. Anyways, extra seeds? No extra seeds. I'm still going to keep trying it. It just hasn't happened yet. Anyways, that can go in there. I should probably store... Oh, another boss. You all can go in here, I guess. And now they're doing chainsaws. Again, hopefully that's not picked up. I'd rather not close my window. There it is. Might as well just go deal with a boss every time one pops up. Because it's cool, basically. I don't know if I actually have a reason to fight them. But there's a whole lot of rituals to go through. We probably could set it up right now, but it's going to take a while to get all the source gems required. I missed. So, just a little bit of chip damage in like that. And an extra set of swords. Yeah. We can have as many swords activated as we want. It's just, we just have a cooldown on when we can activate them. So now our magical sword army is just coming with us at all times, and we're pretty safe with our posse. Anyways, looks like an okay. It's only what is chainmail? So I'm just gonna assume it's not great anyways, regardless of what effects it has. But the rituals seem cool. We need to supply a lot more source, which means we should probably get more source links going and just fill up a bunch of jars if we can. Speaking of which, let's just do an extra jar there. Actually, no, let's put the extra jar here instead. That way it's not going to block the tree from growing. So rituals seem cool. We could probably set up a basic one right now. Oh, some sort of ritual is required for the ATM star. Hold on. Where is the Ars part of this? I know it exists. Ars, here it is. Glyph of Wither. Throw a few Wither Skulls and an Abjuration Essence to make a Wither Glyph. If it didn't work, you might need more experience. Okay. And then that goes into the Wither Compass. Okay. And you just make that with a bunch of stuff. And that will, and is it one of the uses? Wither's Compass, Runic Star Altar. Okay, you need that thing to make the star. So, I think that's actually, it would be pretty simple for us to do this. We have one Wither Skeleton Skull. We know exactly where there's a second one. It would just be the Abjuration Essence, which I think we can make now. We just need to go find a cow? Like, we know we can do this little ritual in the Imbuement Center. So, as it stands, I mean, we could get the glyph right now. Everything else on this is a little out of the question. But we could, we could get one part of the star right now, which is technically something. I have no idea about most of the other stuff here. Roots Classic, we got some of the Roots things. I'm kind of curious about that. Maybe that's something we're going to look at soon. Anyways, I digress. That's something to look out later. Turn off that. Turn off that. That's gonna just save a little bit of time. Ars Nouveau, the enchanting apparatus. How does this thing work? The enchanting apparatus is used to craft various items within the mod. It requires source to work. It is also a multi-block structure that utilizes arcane pedestals to craft. Start by placing an arcane core in the ground, then place the enchanting apparatus on top of it, surround the apparatus with arcane pedestals. Okay. And then this, I think we can check uses, is used to make a bunch of the robes and the weapons and whatnot, I'm assuming. Okay, but most of the stuff on here, I have no idea what it is. Mark of Mastery? Oh, that looks expensive. A Wilden Tribute. Wilden Chimera. See Ritual of Summon Wilden. Okay. Oh yeah, ours has bosses. Okay, that's cool. I kind of do want to get some, the idea of having some familiars running about is pretty tempting. The Dominion Wand is really simple, actually. A gold, a stick, and 2 of those. It's just going to be the source that's the problem. So, how do I make this thing? A bunch more source stone in that. A couple more source stone. Actually, I think that's just going to be 1 more source gem and a bit more stone, right? Then I can probably do that. The only problem is going to be I do not have enough source for more or less any actual ritual, probably. So... Oh, where are you going? I guess it was a drowned or something. Get him, my sword army. Get him. I'm just gonna become a summoner, aren't I? That's how this is gonna go. With tombstones, I would love to become a necromancer, which would just be summoning. I want to get the summoning staff to get, like, familiars from ours. We already have magical swords. Is that going to be the goal? We're going to try and acquire every type of summoning spell we can. I mean, it would be cool. That would be something. Anyways, while I'm waiting for the source gem I need for that, what sort of glyphs are in here that we would want to make? Most of these tier 3 glyphs require some sort of abjuration essence or something. Extend time, luck. Increases the drop chance from mobs killed by damage and blocks that are destroyed by break. Okay. So our current break thing is Silk Touch, so that wouldn't matter. Decelerate, I'm assuming will slow something down. Reduce time. Reduces the duration of spells. Why would you... Okay. They're very situational, I'm assuming. Pierce. Continue after hitting something. Okay, so Pierce, Break, Ray. Like, if we could add Pierce to this spell right here, that would be pretty cool. Dampen, I'm assuming makes it... decreases the power. Again, why would you really want that? Accelerate gives a speed boost to projectiles. A larger area. Extract. Silk Touch. Cause explosion and not destroy blocks. Okay. Glyph of Name? I'm assuming works like a name tag. Yeah. Sense Magic. Magic Find. Firework. Wind Shear. I think... I'm kind of looking for better... I think I'm looking for either better combat spells right now. So, a lot of the stuff... Maybe Firework? Creates a Firework. Amplify will add Firework stars, while Extend time will add additional flyer time. And if it will mimic ones we have. Cool. Grow might actually be nice too. Fell is full trees. Okay, that one would probably be nice. That's going to require Earth Essence, which is used any seed. Any seed? Does that include, like, the ones that we can't use for other things, maybe? Hopefully. Okay, dirt, iron, a source gem, and a seed. So, fell we could do right now, and I kind of want to. Okay, so that's like an extension of the fire one we have right now, where it's a little bit of an explosion. I do want to cast Fireball at some point. So, that's probably going to be one we grab. Glyph of Explosion, here we go. Causes an explosion, and Amplify increases the damage and size, while AoE will increase the size of the explosion by a larger amount, but not damage. Okay. Okay. Oh, one for just entering our Ender thing without it. Conjure Water. Cold Snap. I don't know, there's a lot. There's a lot of things in here. Intangibles, summon on... Necromancy. Ooh. Linger, lightning, glide, blink. Hold on. Blink is teleport, isn't it? Ah, that's the wrong button. Yeah, blink is teleport. Uh, 4 of some sort of ender pearl. I think we have that, although I'm not entirely sure. And manipulation essence. Again, we could probably just make that. The essences are really easy now that we're to that point. Hex. Ooh. You could hex it and then it will take extra damage. Summon Vex, Summon Decoy, Glyph of Wither. Okay, there's a couple different summoning spells, and honestly, I kind of want them. So, I think Flare and Explosion are the best combat ones, but I do want Fell. Crush. Turn stone into gravel, crush flowers, and a bonus die. For a dish, for full recipe support CGI, harm entities and deal bonus damage to entities that are swimming. There's a lot. We're kind of at time, but I think I want to make this real quick. Earth Essence. This is Fell. We'll just make grabbing trees a little bit easier. Any grass, any seed, an iron, and a source gem. Cool. So just place 3 of these pedestals like this. Grab one of these seeds. Will hopefully just work for this. Never mind. Nope. Nope, they will not. Grab cucumber seeds will work? Yes, they will. Also, should probably... this is the enchanting apparatus. Mage bloom seeds, I'm assuming are going to be important. We'll probably make one of those at some point. Oh, this looks so cute. I want that, whatever that is. Any seeds, iron, and dirt, right? That's what it was? Dirt. And iron, if I can open the right inventory. Nope, not that. Where'd my iron go? There it is. And... no recipe found. If pedestals are required, they must be placed within 1 block. Oh, okay. So, they need to be placed literally touching it. They can't just be next to it, block separated like that. So that... and this instead should work just fine. And now, after it requires 2,000 source, it's going to be pretty slow. I guess we're going to grab the jar and see how much we have saved up right now. This one's fully full. So, how much source does this hold? It just gives a percentage. I don't know. But 96. Okay, it's doing... 2% is 10. Aha. 2% of this is 10%, so 200. Yeah, because this was 2,000 and it's going... okay, so 200 a second is 2%. So this thing holds... wow, my brain is just not working right now. It lost 20%. And it gave 2,000 source. Not fully 2,000 source, but close enough. So each percentage is 100 source. So this thing holds 10,000? 10,000 source, I think. Am I doing that math right? Am I messing it up in my head? I don't know. Anyways, now we just need a diamond axe as well. 3. And with this, we should now get the spell Fell. Actually, I need to do Fell's tier 2, so it requires 5 levels experience to be made. They also require a mage's spellbook to create. Okay, we need to upgrade our spellbook first, which we can't do without going to the nether, because we don't have blaze rods. Ah, man, I was excited for a moment there. I didn't even look at that. Oh well, we'll have to do this next time. So maybe our nether trip is happening a little bit sooner than expected. Do I actually have enough obsidian for it? No, but I probably can get it pretty quickly. So I guess we're going to the nether next time if we want to continue on actually advancing in Ars. Or technically there's some Ars stuff we can... oh, That didn't actually take them. Okay. I was expecting it to actually use the things in the pedestal, but I'm assuming we just need to, like, extract some essence out of them to put it into the source gem to create the essence. It's not 100% of their existence. Aha! We do get to test this before ending off. I'm just going to continue doing this. Grab the seeds, replant them. It would be nice if I could actually get the seeds in my inventory instead of the essence for a moment. You all can go in there. You all can go in there. You can go back in here. Anyways, do we get extra inferium seeds? This one's 250% output. No, it's still just one, but it did give us 3 inferium. Is there no way to duplicate the seeds? I thought there was supposed to be. It says there is, but I haven't seen any extra seeds drop ever out of it. But oh well. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank you all so much for watching one more time, and a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato Tanagata and Goddess of the Starfilled Void. Thank you so much for the extra support. So now, without further ado, take care, everybody.